A congressman from Kentucky is one of the most outspoken critics of the U.S. bombing of Iran on Saturday, and President Donald Trump is arguing back. Saturday, the U.S. bombed 3 nuclear sites in Iran about a week after Israel also started bombing. Both Israel and the U.S. say the attacks have set back Iran's nuclear program. Today, Iran responded, hitting a U.S. airbase in Qatar. All of this came after Congressman Thomas Massie joined Congressman Ro Khanna of California, a Democrat, to introduce a bill declaring that an attack on Iran would require congressional approval. Massie calls Saturday's bombing of Iran unconstitutional. Massie and Khanna both appeared on CBS's Face the Nation yesterday.
You know, I know this is an unlikely pairing. You are on completely different ends of the political spectrum, but you both worked on this war powers resolution to prohibit U.S. forces from engaging in hostilities against Iran without authorization from Congress. The president just blew right past that.
Well, you know, I think I represent part of the coalition that elected President Trump. We were tired of endless wars in the Middle East and tired of wars in Eastern Europe. And we were promised that we would put our veterans, our immigration policies, and our infrastructure first. And so what Ro and I did, we did this last week when, you know, they were rattling the sabers because we saw this coming. We put forward this war powers resolution. I've teamed up with Ro Khanna before on this, to his credit. When Joe Biden was president, we tried to rein in the executive and reassert Congress's authority, sole authority, to declare war and to engage or authorize the engagement of acts of war.
Something we talked to other lawmakers about as well in the Senate. I know there's efforts to support you, but the Speaker of the House, who is from your own party, has really rejected this. He says the Article 1 power of Congress really allows for the president to do this. It was a limited, necessary, targeted strike, he says.
Well, he's probably referring to the War Powers Act of 1973, but that's been misinterpreted. There was no imminent threat to the United States, which was what would authorize that. And I think that's peculiar to hear that from the Speaker of the House. Look, Congress was on vacation last week when all this was happening.
You haven't been briefed on any of
We haven't been briefed. They should have called us all back. And frankly, we should have debated this war powers resolution that Ro Khanna and I offered, instead of staying on vacation and doing fundraisers and saying, oh, well, the president's got this under control. We're going to cede our constitutional authority.
To quote the New York Post, President Trump has gone nuclear on Congressman Massie because of Massie's reaction to the Iran bombing. The president posted this yesterday, saying, quote, Massie is weak, ineffective, and votes no on virtually everything put before him. Rand Paul Jr., no matter how good something may be, unquote. President Trump said Massie is not MAGA, referring to the slogan, Make America Great Again. Trump is vowing to support a Republican primary opponent to oppose Massie in 2026. The president posted, the good news is that we will have a wonderful American patriot running against him in the Republican primary, and I'll be out in Kentucky campaigning really hard. It doesn't appear anyone has publicly declared their intention to run against Massie just yet. Congressman Andy Barr of the 6th District backs the attack on Iran and disagrees with Congressman Massie's interpretation of the U.S. Constitution. Barr posting this, quote, critics of President Donald Trump's bold and decisive action to defend the United States from a nuclear Iran are dead wrong. Apparently, they want to write Article 2 completely out of the Constitution. The president acted fully within his constitutional authority, end quote. U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell backs the attack on Iran as well. He put out a statement of support saying, quote, I commend the president for authorizing decisive action and all U.S. service members responsible for carrying it out. The United States' interest in denying Iran a nuclear weapon, in standing with our ally, Israel, and in reestablishing credible deterrent power is undeniable and urgent, end quote.